a warm welcome to another news hour on German Media and Products. First, we begin with our headlines. President Adama Barrow wants Mama Kandeh to stop inviting ex-President Yahya Jammeh to speak at his rallies. Ousainou Darboe, the leader of the United Democratic Party, tells Gambians to avoid selling votes. An independent presidential aspirant, Papa Fall, endorses President Adama Barrow. George threatens to free Permanent Secretary Banja. The State's Intelligence Services speaks and reports. Those were the headlines, and now the news in details. As former President Yahya Jammeh continues his phone call in participating in the ongoing political campaign, President Adama Barrow has warned Mama Kandeh against giving Jammeh platforms to cause instability. Jammeh has already addressed political rallies at least 4 times since he dissolved the Tombong Jatta executive, which is in alliance with the National People's Party. Jammeh continues his attack on the president over the weekend when he asked Gambians to abandon NPP at a GDC rally in Farafenni. In speaking for the first time about Jammeh's recent intrusion into Gambians politics, President Barrow says, "He have informed that Mama Kandeh is holding meetings. He could call Yahya Jammeh to campaign for him. He want Mama Kandeh to stop this in this country. Yahya Jammeh is in exile. He doesn't have the permission to participate in our politics. If you call him there, give him chance to talk and cause problems here. I want you, Mama Kandeh, since you are the party leader of the Gambia Moral Congress." He will give notice to IEC to warn him. President Jammeh further advised the GDC entourage to respect the law. This country is governed by laws. Mama Kandeh should carry on with his campaign and abide by the laws of the country. If he breaks the law will deal with him. He peaceful president and want peace in this country, he warned. He cautioned Kandeh that if he invites Jammeh to this campaign platform again, he could show him that the Gambia is governed by laws. The president was speaking at a rally in Saringane, Woolly West. The United Democratic Party has urged Gambians to resist attempts by some political parties to buy their votes. Addressing a rally at Batindar, Upper Salum, Ousainou Darboe said, "You should ensure that you are fully involved in the process of choosing the next president of the country on 4th December. He is pleading with you not to sell your voters' cards to anyone. Don't allow yourselves to be deceived by anyone giving you money to vote for them. I want to tell you now that someone who truly wants to work for you will solve the daily problems in this country, will not give you money and ask you to vote for them." The UDP leader also rubbished rumors that the tractors given to farmers by former Yahya Jammeh were taken away by him. He was neither the president nor the Minister of Agriculture, so how could he take those tractors from them? "Ahmad Ba has told you all these lies only to stain my name. The government could not give them back those tractors because they sold them and said the commission gave them the authority to do so," he added. He said Ahmad Ba sold his party NRP to Adama Barrow for his interest and pockets. An independent presidential aspirant, Papa Fall, whose nomination was rejected alongside 14 others, has joined a raft of candidates to endorse President Adama Barrow. Mr. Fall, a grandnephew to former President Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara, was rejected by the electoral body for submitting less than 200 required votes as a support of nomination in the Mansa Konko administrative area. He has since said he will not appeal the rejection. However, the ex-US soldier yesterday met incumbent Adama Barrow to throw his weight behind him ahead of the December shutdown. Mr. Fall is the 6th rejected aspirant to endorse Adama Barrow, while 3 of the cancelled nominations, Tamsir Jase, Matthew Gomez, and Mamadi Ba, are all backing the National People's Party. Justice Bakri of the High Court Complex at Banjul Magistrate Court and threatened to close the case of the former Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Fisheries if the state state prosecutor failed to play an audio purported to be conversation between Bamba Bajia and a Chinese interpreter, Ming Ning. The judge gave prosecutors 2 hours to facilitate a laptop to play the audio, believed to be recorded by the Chinese interpreter at Banja's residence in Batokungo, as well as a video interview between the accused and the investigative journalist Mustafa Kedawo. The court's decision came after Banja's lawyer, Abdullah Fati, objected to the prosecutions against for an adjournment on the grounds that they did not have a laptop to play the recordings implicating Banja. He will stand down the matter for 2 hours or he will close the case. We are all equal before this court. However, State Prosecutor S.L. Jobate was able to provide a laptop when the case was called for continuation, but the judge adjourned the matter until November 24th. Bamba Banja is charged with economic crimes, official corruption, and public officers receiving property to show favor. Testifying earlier, Issa Sow of the fraud squad unit said he was part of the panel constituted following a directive from the Office of the President to have Mr. Banja investigated after an audio involving the accused went viral on social media, where the accused allegedly received bribes from Golden Lead officials when their vessels were captured by the Navy. Some further testified that the accused was invited to the police headquarters but denied that it was his voice in the audio. He said the accused also denied being in contact with the Golden Lead officials, prompting them to request for printout from AfriCell, which later shows that they were in contact. Investigations also revealed that both the accused and the Chinese interpreter were in Batokungo, which is the residence of the accused person. That was the day the audio was recorded and the Chinese interpreter could be heard translating Chinese to English, the policeman told the court. According to him, the investigators also downloaded a video from YouTube where he was being interviewed by Mustafa Kedawo, an investigative journalist, and they realized the voice is similar to that of the audio. The court is expected to hear the contents of the audio. The video, once the case resumes on the 24th November. The Director General of the State Intelligence Services has said the fate of alleged perpetrators accused of carrying out abuses within his unit during the former regime will be decided by the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commissions, TRRC. Usman Sow made these remarks at a press conference yesterday in response to questions that perpetrators accused of human rights violations continue to hold influential positions within the institution. The NIA, which was reputed to have a repressive arm of ex-President Yahya Jammeh, was among the security institutions proved by the TRRC following widespread accusations of abuses into the NIA, which was reputed to have been a repressive arm of ex-President Yahya Jammeh, was among the security institutions proved by the TRRC following widespread accusations of abuses including torture, rape, and dehumanization treatments against citizens. Asked why the ongoing reforms failed to overhaul alleged perpetrators from the system, Sow, who himself testified at the TRRC, said, "We may be accused to comment on this topic, but all I can say is that from 2017 to date, we did not carry out any form of excess or violations. The TRRC is still an ongoing activity and they will submit their report. So the decision on what will happen regarding those NIA agents who are said to have participated in rights violations will be dealt with the ongoing TRRC process." He said the institution has been working tirelessly from the change of government in 2017 to holistically and strategically intimidate landmark changes, focusing on refocusing reopposition of the institution to effectively deliver its intelligence mandate under a democracy. There is no one individual who has an overall control of a particular position. We SIS are interlocked, and from our overall supervisory role, we will not allow anyone to do harm. Everything is done according to the mandate of the service. We are now focused on our principal mandate of collecting, processing, and dissemination of information. Mr. Sow, who worked for the NIA for 15 years, assured Gambians of the institution's commitment to deliver service in the interest of national peace and stability, pledging that the newly born SIS will not violate citizens' rights and liberties. Those were the report on our today's newscast, and thank you for joining us. Before we take a leave of you, let's take a recap of our day's stories. President Adama Barrow wants Mama Kandeh to stop inviting ex-President Yahya Jammeh to speak at his rallies. Ousainou Darboe, the leader of the United Democratic Party, tells Gambians to avoid selling votes. An independent president aspirant, Papa Fall, endorses President Barrow. Judge threatens to free Permanent Secretary Banja. The State's Intelligence Services Board speaks on reforms. I am your presenter, Mariama Gillen, and do have a nice day.